Welcome back to Witness Richness. It's your man, JCP, and as always, I am super excited to be back in front of the camera. This week I'm doing things a little bit differently. Let me take you all to the intro. See you back here. So like I said, today is a holiday. It's Memorial Day. I'm in the office. I just finished editing some videos, going over a few stock trades that I've made, just kind of reviewing that end of things. But I had this like realization, and I'm thinking to myself, and I'm reflecting, which I do a lot of. I do a lot of reflecting, and there's always a problem or an issue or something that can be improved or fixed in somebody's life, right? I mean, that's how I feel. And I just had a reflection of some of the obstacles that I'm facing now, some of the problems or issues that I have now versus the ones that I had 5 years ago. So it's like, wait, hold on, wait. I'm taking this time and I'm reflecting on some areas that I want to improve now, quote unquote problems, or situations that I'm in now that I'm looking to kind of work my way out of, or improve, fix, just going through any type of ways I can make improvements right now. And if I'm lacking in that area, it may be a problem. It may be a reason to fix something, or I'm looking for an answer. The way I'm trying to word this is I'm just comparing what I'm going through now versus what I was going through 5 years ago, versus what I was going through 10 years ago, versus what I was going through 15 years ago, right? And it's like all along my journey, I've been happy, I've been prosperous, I've been enjoying life, I've been evolving and developing, but at every single point, there were things that I was trying to figure out, overcome, improve about my life. So relative to my channel and me becoming an entrepreneur, this is what I'm sharing with you, this journey of leaving that full-time position job to developing myself through entrepreneurship and just overall life, right? Evolving, growing. And again, on this channel, this is tracking the journey. So moments like this, I'll talk to you, and it's just being real, just like me to you, just real, right? So I talk about the fact that I was raised into a single mother with five children, single mother, 5 children. So that's my humble beginnings, right? The humble background, right? Always found a way to get what I needed, always found a way to get what I wanted. I had plenty of resources in that aspect, right? Growing up in America. All right. With that being said, there were so many stages of my life that I've like passed, that I've overcame, that I've seen. And each stage, again, had things that I was working on and areas of my life that I was trying to improve. And maybe I seen them at that point in time, or maybe I didn't. But right now, what I'm comparing is just things I'm overcoming now versus things that I was overcoming 5 years ago, 3 years ago, right? So there's a relativity behind my reflection. It's very precise. And I'm going back 5 years. I'm 30 years old. So at 25 years old, at that point in time, 25 years old, where was I at? Let me see. I was working as a service manager. Okay, so I was working at an apartment complex, and I was a service manager. I managed the property on the trash removal, the repairs, the make-readies, the move-ins, the move-outs. And in addition to that, I also managed the crew. So I started off as a service technician at that company, and within 6 months, I became the service manager. Okay, I had good management skills. And at that point in time, I had the on-call phone, so I had to work about 40, 50 hours a week at that job, plus I was on call. And meaning that any time of the day, any time of the night, He'd call my phone for a toilet unclog or a flush or anything like that, and I'd have to respond to it. Um, Snow removal, snow repairs. We was doing snow removal. We was doing like 80, 90 hours a week during winter times in New England. Crazy, crazy. I busted my ass for that job. All right. It was paying me about $25 per hour at that point. So about $25 an hour. And I was 25 years old. So for me, at 25 years old, to be making $25 an hour, that was like really well. That was doing really good because growing up, I mean, I was striving to make $40,000 a year, right? It was like, oh, I can't wait till I break $40,000 a year. So by the time I was 25 and I was bringing in about 45, 60, it was like, wow, like I'm on the up. So, I mean, at that point, I would have never envisioned, I would have never imagined like where I'd be right now, where I'm at right now. At that point, I was having my second child, well, she was just born. 25, I was just work, that was it. Just busted my ass working. Didn't really have much ambitions or dreams or goals. Didn't have a bunch of places that I wanted to travel. I didn't have goals of like how much money I wanted to be making. I didn't have the even desire to want freedom, to have freedom of time. I didn't even have that desire at that point. It was just, I want to work as much as I can, work as much as I can, work as much as I can. And it was so just, I don't even know what world my consciousness was in at that point in time. But where I'm at now, I couldn't have imagined it back then, right? And it's not even that I'm doing so well. I'm just so like, no, just the entire transition. First off, I'm not living paycheck to paycheck anymore. I mean, there was a point where I was looking to survive, right? I'm looking to survive. Well, I'm past that point. I can survive just fine in America off even less resources that I have now. Okay, so we're past survival. So now what are we doing? What's getting me up out of bed every morning and getting me to the hustle, getting me to the grind? Like, what is it? What am I going for now? Because it's no longer about just feeding my family. Now it's about building legacies and providing even more opportunity, the abundance of opportunity, right? Just the way that I think now, my problems now and my situations now, the things I'm trying to improve now are just so much different from what they were when I was 25, even when I was 27. And when I was 27, I had that corporate job now, right? And I had that $100,000 a year coming in, and I was busting my ass. Same type of situation, all my time, all my energy. Way less physical, way more mental at that corporate job. And at that point in time, it was like I wanted to climb the corporate ladder and, get 4 weeks off per year rather than 2. More paid vacation time and get a higher bonus. It was literally just rat race climbing the corporate ladder. 27 years old. That was like my only or 26. Because by the time I was 27, I left that job. So it wasn't long before I realized like, shit, all this work I'm putting in for these companies, I got to do for myself, right? So, now my problems or now my situations are like, I want to expand in this way. I want my YouTube channel to have this many subscribers. I want to build a community of like-minded individuals. I want to build a whole team of people who are just like wanting to become the best version of themselves. Now, what does that mean? The best version of yourself. I just want to first and foremost like make this very clear on my channel that Witness Richness is not all about the money, okay? It's about your spiritual health, physical health, mental health, emotional health, your overall health, and of course, once you have all those things in check, the finances are not far behind, right? You can figure that out here in America. I tell people this all the time. You can be a man living in America making $40,000 per year, or you can be a man living in America making $4 million per year. A man is a man, okay? Money does not define the man. Man makes the money. Very simple. With that being said, the best version of yourself does not necessarily need to correlate with amounts of money, right? But I do believe that in a certain level of evolvement and living in America so long that you'll be able to catch these systems, and it's not going to be hard to build a little system of wealth for yourself once your time and energy goes there. Now, if you're in survival mode and if you're in paycheck to paycheck mode, I could see how you're not thinking about investing long term into this and long term into that if you got to pay your bills next week. You really need to get certain areas of your life stabilized in order to really build a foundation and prosper in different areas, right? I truly believe that. It goes back to a video that I made prior on this channel a while back. It was about Maslow's hierarchy of human needs. Basically, when I first started my channel, it was so much driven towards leave your job, become an entrepreneur, work for yourself, have freedom of your own time. And through my evolvement, I've realized that we need people in jobs. So my message is not to everybody. My message is to entrepreneurs. Like, we need people to fulfill these positions. And just because you're working at a job, and just because you're delivering mail, and just because you're delivering packages, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is, right? I mean, we need doctors, we need nurses. I'm not trying to put any jobs down. All I'm saying is, it doesn't matter what job you work. It doesn't matter what you do for money. There's still ways. There are still ways that you could become the best version of yourself. And I think my message wants to change now, right? It's not just like leave your job and not work for nobody, because shit, I'm at a point where I'm looking for people to hire now. Like, I need solid workers, and I need workers. I need employees who are going to be the best version of themselves while they're working for me. So it's no longer knocking jobs anymore. I mean, that was a thing for a second. I used to have nothing. Like, I used to have nothing. At one point, my only asset was a a a 2007 Mitsubishi Galant. That was like my only asset. And it's like, fast forward 10 years later, a couple $1,000,000 in real estate, a couple $100,000 in equity, a couple different businesses. I have a small community of people who I work with on a coaching basis. The fact that I had no community to now having a small community, amazing. And I reached this point where it's like, where do I stop from here? Where do I stop? Where do I stop developing myself? Where do I stop? Where am I going to find comfort? Will I ever find comfort? I don't know. I don't think so. It doesn't stop. It's only going to be more and more and more, bigger, and expand. I mean, I'm having more children right now. My fiance is 4 months pregnant. And I'm thinking it might be a boy. I already have 3 girls. And it's like, yeah, my life's expanding, in that way, with another child. Truly, truly blessed. Truly blessed. Business is expanding. Consciousness. Awareness. Discipline to my own habits. My drive, my ambition, everything is just expanding with time, and it's beautiful. But the reality of it is, not everybody's going to be in this lane. So it's not that you need to be a millionaire. It's not that you need to have a YouTube channel. It's not that you need to have, $1 million in this, $1 million in that. No. But there's still a way that you can be the best version of yourself. And that's what my new mission is. It's just like, yeah, I want to bring that desire and awareness to people who want to become the best version of themselves. And that is going to be so relative to you. But if you're watching this channel, if you somehow came across this video, then this is a message. Because listen, I've been watching YouTube channels since 2008, right? Whenever YouTube became popular, I've been watching YouTube videos and channels. And I have literally seen people grow, like, right in front of the camera. I'm sure you have as well. And that was the whole idea of this journey, was just like, you know what? I came across new information that will help me develop my own mind and help me make better choices. And I can, I just realized I can learn about anything that I need to learn in my life. I can learn it, implement it, and have results and impact in my life. And through my experience up until this 30 years on this earth, I now feel like it's my time. I've had the experience. I've had the businesses. I have the businesses. I'm still growing, but this is my time. And guess what? If you're watching this channel, if you're watching this video right now, then maybe it's your time as well. Maybe it's your time as well to step into that best version of yourself. Now, what does that look like? Now, that is going to be things that you are going to have to eventually sit down and make up, right? Like the best version of myself. What is that? What's the habits like? What's the schedule like? What's the routine like? What's the income like? What's the family like? What are the resources like? Huh. And then as many as those characteristics or just things that you can find about the best version of yourself that you can start right now, like the habits, the routines, the diets, the way of thinking, that, you know what I'm saying? All those type of things you can start implementing right now. Do it. Do it. And be consistent with it. And have discipline with it. And see where it takes you in 6 months. Now, listen, on my channel, if I can bring to you the awareness of you being the best version of yourself, my mission is complete. And that's what I'm talking about. See how I started off talking about my journey, my reflection, where I was at, where I am at, my old problems versus new problems. And then I finish off with my mission and my purpose and what I serve to do, and how it's no longer just about surviving, but now it's about thriving and prospering and finding fulfillment in my day-to-day actions. And yeah, this community that I've started, this community that we've grown, let's keep going with it. And if you're watching this channel, go ahead and subscribe. If you're watching this video, go ahead and subscribe. Let's do this together. Because, again, when I'm comparing these areas of attention versus the areas of attention that I had to give 5 years ago, night and day. Night and day. I mean, I guess back then, I would have wished for problems like I have right now. Like, I mean, the problems that I have in my life right now, I would have wished for those. So it's like, yeah, I'm in it. I'm in it. These are great problems to have. All these problems with all these businesses and all this real estate, you know what I'm saying? And keeping up with my coaching demand and keeping up with my YouTube channel. These are great problems to have. That's gratitude, right? I mean, shit, that is gratitude. I'm grateful for the situation I'm in right now and all the thinking that I have to do right now, because this is the journey, and I'm enjoying every ounce, every drop, every minute, every second, every millisecond, every light year, space travel time. I don't know. I'm enjoying this journey so much, so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Like, I see the potential. I feel the potential. I know the potential. And I would love for you to enjoy your journey, enjoy your process, and shit, maybe I could help you realize some of your own potential. Because whoever said the sky is the limit, I mean, time's changed. I mean, we have satellites floating around the Earth, outside of our sky, right? And there are like hundreds of thousands, if not millions of galaxies. So stay with me. Stay with me. You know what I'm saying? We're growing. And there's no limit to this. It's infinite growth. And I never expect to stop growing, and I never expect to be comfortable. There's always going to be a seeking of a better version of myself. And it doesn't come with anxiety. You know, I was talking to my fiance a couple of days ago, and she's like, oh, calm down. You're going to drive yourself crazy, like, with all this things you're looking to improve about your area in your life. I'm just like, what will drive me crazy, right, is if next year I'm in the same exact position, and I'm the same exact person that I am right now. Like, that's, I want to look back at myself next year from right now and be like, wow, he was feeling great about himself in a situation, like, but look where he's at now, right? Like, so this is the journey, and again, I'm inviting you. Let's grow together, all right? The moment I stop growing, the journey ends, right? The moment you stop growing, the journey ends. As always, my brother, as always, my sister, this is a wide open invitation. I invite you to start a journey of your own. We can do it together. Let's grow together. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in next week's video.